So you're sitting around a campfire, right? You're wondering, man, I wish there was a new bourbon to drink. Something just smooth and flavorful and, something that you could just sip on. Well, as you can see, we've got a little product from Jim Beam right here that just might tickle your fancy. Family, friends, and strangers, welcome back to the Whiskey Wasteland for another edition of I Love Whiskey. Today, we have the Jim Beam Vanilla. Brand new, right off the shelf. Just came out very recently. I'm excited to get into this one. Apparently, it is a very good product. It's not the strongest of proof or ABV. However, it is very good to mix, and we will get into that a little later. So, some opening announcements. I do appreciate every single one of you getting involved, getting those requests in, and I promise I will get to every single one. With that being said, I do have something else lined up for my next review, but again, we'll get into that a little later. I just want to thank you all again for spreading the word, getting this I Love Whiskey and Whiskey Wasteland as popular as it is today. And without you guys, the Whiskey Wasteland would not be here. So from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate every single one of you guys. And if you just want to keep spreading that word, keep showing these, these newcomers these videos and reviews, and hey, we're all successful together. And if you're, brand new to the show, welcome. My name is Adam. I reside in the Whiskey Wasteland, and this is I Love Whiskey. So, this will be our 12th review, I think. And we're doing our first ever flavored whiskey. So, for those of you all that are not really too familiar with the Jim Beam Distillery, I'm not going to go into too big of detail about it. I have a couple other reviews on here that go into a little bit further detail of Jim Beam. We're not going to do that today. We're going to keep this video a little bit shorter. I know I've said that the past couple times, and it's been the longest review ever. So I'm going to shorten this one as much as I can. So the Jim Beam Distillery is in Claremont, Kentucky. It's maybe, 35 minutes away from where I am. The distillery is amazing. If you guys have not checked that out yet, please do. You will not be disappointed. I promise. And I'll even go with you if you want. Why not? Special guest. Who knows? Anyway, so, like I said, this is their newest product. I'm pretty sure this just released a couple months ago, and there's a couple reviews here and there. However, I don't know too much about this one. The mash bill is it's not really anything too specific. I think they just use their basic mash bill. When I read this bottle, you'll understand why it's so kind of unknown. It's not your basic whiskey. It's a little different. So I bought this for about $15 to $17. It is a 750 milliliter bottle. So it's a little bit smaller than the ones I reviewed before, I believe. Maybe not. So there's really no age statement on this either. I think they just use their basic mash bill and their basic 4-year, good stuff Jim Beam. And we are under 5 minutes. So let's get into this. I'm going to go ahead and read the bottle. It's cool. It's got the the vanilla sticks, and of course this says enjoy chilled. I'm going to drink this neat and see how it is. Alright, so we have quality made with genuine Beam whiskey, and then it's got the government warning on there. Don't drink if you're pregnant, don't ever drive if you've had a sip of alcohol. So for the description, it has legacy right here. And it says Jim Beam Vanilla contains all the pride of the Beam family's 220-year history with a refreshing take on family tradition. Our distillers have infused Madagascar vanilla liqueur with the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. So their basic Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. The perfect mix of vanilla and bourbon with hints of oak. Enjoy straight in a cocktail or with cola, made with quality whiskey. Let's get into it. Vanilla liqueur. Okay, so it's not a true bourbon. It is vanilla liqueur infused with Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Just want to put that out there. So, crack the seal, we'll get to the color, nose, taste it, and we will rate it. I'm only going to pour a little. That's good. Cap it. I don't know how you guys feel about the screw-on cap. I don't really care. I kind of like the cork just because it makes the noise. But anyway, color-wise, this is a very, 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 very light amber. I'd say light to light medium. I mean, it's very light. This is probably the lightest one I've done. It's just because it's proofed at, 70 and the ABV is 35. So let's go ahead and give this one a nose. It's got some oak in there. It's actually surprisingly oaky. Oak, vanilla oak. That's what I'm getting. Vanilla oak. Simple as that. Let's give it a taste. Surprisingly good. For an infused bourbon, that's surprisingly good. On the first little hint, you get the vanilla, and then you get the oak as it goes down, and then it's a burst, just an absolute burst of vanilla. There's not much more to this. It's pretty good though. Like I said, it's a good campfire. This would probably be extremely good in an eggnog. I know it is. It's Christmas season. It's holiday season, and this would be very good in an eggnog, even mixed with some, some soda or whatever you choose, Pepsi or Dr. Pepper or whatever. Just make yourself a vanilla mixed drink. I prefer not to mix, but this one would be a good mixer just for the fact that it's not a real, straight whiskey. Let me cleanse my palate here. We'll take one more taste. It's smooth. It's creamy vanilla. Then you get a little hint of oak, and that's it. So if you're looking for a good vanilla flavored bourbon, highly, highly recommend Jim Beam Vanilla. I know they are under some scrutiny with a certain celebrity, but I never let those things alter my reviews or anything that I do on this channel, because that's their own opinions. What I have to say is completely different than them. So I don't really discriminate as far as who said what, unless it is really, really just like, So that's what we have here. The Jim Beam Vanilla. I will rate this For the mix factor, I would like to see what people come up with for this. If you have any suggestions, if you've had this before and you've mixed it with something, let me know. I would love to try it because it is good for what it is. Rating, it's tough. It's really tough to rate a flavored whiskey. I'm gonna give it a 77. And it's just because of the fact that it's flavored and there's not a whole lot to it other than your vanilla and your oak. And it's a mixer. It's just a straight up mixer. You could drink it straight. It would get really sweet really quick and it may not settle on your stomach well. I don't know how your all's stomachs are, but mine would not like this very much if I had to drink this all night. Not suggesting that I drink all night. I'm just saying. So a 77 is a solid score. Jim Beam Vanilla. Check it out. You can get it around where I live, or probably anywhere for under $20. It's fairly cheap. It's just, probably as expensive as the, white label Jim Beam. So that's it. Let's just have some closing announcements. The next review I will do, I'm going to get that lineup of 3 top value whiskeys of my choice under $20 that are my pretty much daily go-tos, not the the E.H. Taylor that I just reviewed, anything like that. It's just going to be your basic go-to under $20. And I'm going to have 3 of them, and I'm going to rate them, and I'm going to pick my top one out of those 3. So if you want to tune into that, that'll be 2 weeks from today. Not sure what that date is. Actually, I think that is Thanksgiving weekend, which would be pretty interesting. I think it is, actually. But I'm still going to do it because I love you guys and the Whiskey Wasteland loves you back. So, I believe that is it. Make sure you guys go follow all the social medias. I have the Instagram, I have Snapchat, and I now have the Facebook page. Facebook page is I Love Whiskey 502. You could also search for it in the search bar. I believe it's I Love Whiskey Review. Snapchat is all one word, I Love Whiskey 502. And then the Instagram is I_love_whiskey_review. I may be changing that, I don't know. So that is it. We have a short video today. It's under 15 minutes. So you guys rock. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you, every one of you, for tuning in. No matter if you watch 1 second, 5 seconds, the whole thing. I appreciate you just looking at this face for as long as you look at it. And again, thank you guys so much. And until next time, cheers.